exploration. Pack it up, pack it in, have a sip of water, and set your vertical stability enhancer bungee to the basket position. That being done, we'll kick up our kickstand real nice and start our ride to the place we are going. The afternoon is exceptionally beautiful with equally impressive temperatures, and boy oh boy howdy, do I have a wonderful little spot of woods in mind for today's nature-y frolic. The old pathway seems a little overgrown since the last time I came through, so we'll have to see if we can push our way in there. It's a bit of a struggle, but with a little effort, we seem to slip-slide past the outer shell just as the good old path appears before us in stunning majesty. And just like that, we are in the woods, enjoying its beauty. I'd like to take a moment to thank all the deers in the area who move through these woods and keep these paths in good working order. You guys are the real heroes. And you're gonna lead us to a little beach as well? That is just too kind. Cart Bike loves getting its treads in the sand. Back in the woods now, and we're looking to make camp. But where's the best location? Wait a minute. Is that a busted up enamel-covered old tin pot? This is the place. There must have been another who camped here before us. The evidence of their stay is everywhere, and by the looks of it, they've been gone a long while. I wonder how they're doing. It certainly is a beautiful spot. Speaking of spots to camp in, it's time to set up our own. First, hammock, extra water, a single top sheet because it's 1,000,000 degrees, and my trusty inflatable pillow. And that's the bag. Now, after a moderate application of DEET, it's time to string up the sleeping satchel. I like to do this as soon as the spot's geographical elements have been established. Not only because, in this instance, we are racing the sun a bit, but at any camp, once the hammock's swinging silly, it just feels more camp-like. I myself am hopeless at judging the distance of which these trees must be in order to achieve optimal hammock sag and sway. But this time I got it exactly perfect on the second attempt. Look at me go. Hammock relaxing never looked so good. Oh yeah. And with that, we're almost done. Just need to inflate this here pillow up and we can begin chilling about and waiting for nightfall. Let's meet the elderly neighbors. Hello, these are some wonderfully aged big old beauties. A couple of 100 years or more, I bet, living life on the banks of this majestic river, right next to another tiny beach? Don't mind if I do. Nothing quite like dipping your dogs in some lukewarm river water on a blazing hot day like today. And even with the stifling heat, I remain grateful that we were able to get ourselves out here. It really is almost too peaceful now that the camp is all set up and we get to just hang around. Anyway, bye river. If you need me, I'll be right over this way. I love that we were able to snag a spot so close to the water. I mean, come on though. This whole bit of woods all to ourselves? This whole area is a total swamp all springtime and is really only accessible in these few sweltering months where the groundwater pieces out into the sky to become a new rain puddle somewhere far away. All that being said, it is a marvelous bit of woods all the same. I can perfectly picture it plumb full of forts for hiding and rope swings for swimming. Perhaps it will be one day. But as for tonight, we're holding the place down our darn selves. And with that, it's looking like it may just be getting dark enough to lay our tired bones down for a good night's sleep here in the woods. So make yourselves cozy and I'll see you in the sunrise. Sweet dreams and good night. Good morning! I hope you all slept well and I hope everyone's ready for some good old-fashioned morning coffee. You know, it may be a horrendously warm morning, But still, there are very few moments in life that can nestle up to the level of getting some coffee made after a long snooze in the woods. It's truly one of life's simplest joys. The ritual alone is just so satisfying. Setting up the various instruments, filling them with the proper material, and getting the amounts just right. Before too long, it's time to light up the stove and get to waiting. Oh yeah, the waiting. It's a beautiful thing to have some time to wait, to let the mind wander and ponder the trip so far and the peace you feel here in this forgotten slice of the world. You may have just enough time to realize you've once again forgotten your coffee cup. Let's remedy the situation with a little material transfer. This method for sealing away loose goods works amazingly well for all sorts of situations. But I can't for the life of me remember why I know how to do it. Anyway, with that crisis professionally averted, in pops the Bubbles with news from the bottom. Delicious coffee is within our collective grasp. I'll give it till it looks a teensy-weensy bit exactly like that. Oh yeah, that will just about do it. Bring a tear into my eye, why don't ya? Now that we've liberated this jar from the ground occupation, the time we've all been waiting for has finally come. Would ya have a look at that pour? Right to the top. Flawless execution. High enough to suck to hold, but look at that shine through. Now, with the thermal shield sock equipped, let's give this bad boy a taste. Careful, it's hot and delicious. Cheers, everybody. Long live the struggle for universal prosperity, and long live the freaking heckin' woods, where we can sleep all night, drink coffee all morning, and at the very least, we can pretend to live in the better world we all deserve. The woods are an excellent escape when you need them to be, but they also remind us how interconnected all this life stuff truly is. The notion that the natural world is only there for human beings to use and abuse however we see fit becomes laughable nonsense the more you engage with nature on its terms. Like a cup of coffee or a rest in a hammock, it truly is the little peaceful moments that keeps this big dummy going strong. Now, it's often said, all good camps must eventually be broken down and packed up. So too is it with this beauty of a spot. So with all the coffee finished and the sun climbing faster than this little dude, we find ourselves at the end of our time here. So as we pack and ready ourselves for home, I'd like to share a passing thought. Now more than ever, it's so important to get out there and witness the loving beauty of the natural world. The feeling of sweat being washed away in a current, the humid night air sticking to your face, the hard, cracked soil beneath bare feet, and most importantly, the clear mind that often follows after an excellent excursion such as this one. Whether it's in a national forest or just a small thicket of some forgotten lot between a couple of buildings somewhere, or even a dried up swamp next to a lovely bit of river, there's magic to be found here in the woods. And now, with the bike all packed up, I fear it's time to say goodbye and head on out of here. As always, I'd like to thank you all dearly for coming along with me today. And until next time, keep on loving that living lumber, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!